Hello everyone, how are you doing this morning? Today we're going to talk about limitations, okay? Understanding your limitations is a very, very, very important thing. I personally have been shown this year, especially in the last 3 months, that I have limitations to what I can do. Just because you have the knowledge to do a job or to lead people or to direct people or to run a business or things of this nature doesn't mean you should necessarily do it. You need to understand your own personal limitations. One of the lessons that I've had to learn this year has God has really just beat the point, like drove the point home majorly with me. I had to understand my limitations. I ignored my limitations for way too long. When I had my restaurant, I even knew back then that something wasn't quite right, but I was so egotistical and arrogant that I did not accept it, and I did not take responsibility for my actions, so to speak. I wasn't accepting my limitations. I kept trying to make up excuses instead of accepting I had limitations and something wasn't quite right. Um, you have to understand you have limitations in life. You can want to do a whole bunch of things, and you may achieve these things, but are you pushing yourself past your limit when you do these things? I was talking to somebody when I was in town just earlier, and they were just really happy to see I was doing a lot better, and someone that I've known for a long time. And that's what they brought up. No, they looked at me and said, "Do you understand your limitations now?" And the reason they said that is because they've seen everything that I went through. And I truly do. I truly understand that I have limitations in my life. I know God's going to lead me to where He wants me to be, as far as employment, far as, positions of here or there. God will put me in the place that He believes is right for me. I had to accept that I have limitations. Finding out that I'm bipolar basically, to me, has told me, it's just helped me make sense of everything. It helped me make sense why my emotions were always so up and down, why I got so scattered all the time, and things of that nature. Um, I understand now that I have limitations. Like I said in other videos, the key to recovery, whether it be a mental disability, whether it be a drug problem, which I don't have, and I've never had a drug problem, but I do have a mental disability that I was ignoring. I had limitations that I was ignoring in my mind. I can only do so much, and that's okay. God doesn't want you to do everything. He just wants you to be you. You know, Limitations are very important. You have to understand these things. I spoke in other ones that fear is God's form of punishment. God was punishing me because I had fear due to multiple reasons, but I had fear and I was refusing to accept my limitations. So my fear stayed with me for a long period of time, and I was being punished mentally and physically because I was not accepting my limitations. God wants you to be a gift to the world, but He doesn't expect you to do everything in the world. And that is a lesson that I personally have had to learn the hard way. You have to accept that you have limitations. You have to accept that God has a plan for you, and you don't need to rush His plan. You don't need to try to figure out God's plan. Sometimes the best thing to do is just to sit back, accept your limitations, and see how God is truly going to use you. I hope that I become an inspiration for people to say, hey, this guy can do it. I can do it too. I have a problem, whatever it may be in your life. Accept your limitations and say, hey, I need to fix this. I do not want to hurt anyone else by my actions. Does that make sense? You have to accept your limitations, because if you don't accept your limitations, you can unfortunately hurt people unintentionally. You affect people around you more than you realize. It is very important to accept your limitations. This has been The Right Path. Everyone have a blessed day.